What have we here then? Peter Pan, a mischievous young boy who can fly and never grows up. Now that sounds familiar. I'm a sucker for these old flying toys. When I saw this one on a local second-hand site, I was immediately struck by two curious things. One is it appears to have a tail rotor. What's that about? And there's no propeller on the front. So what's going on there? Methinks we'd better look inside. Now, who would like to take a guess as to how old this is? The flight battery is a 6S NiCad of unknown capacity. The transmitter, if we can call it that, is 40 megahertz. Where I come from, 40 megahertz was only legal for land-based vehicles. But hey ho, we have our charger over there, but the interesting bit is right here. Now, with age, the glue has disintegrated, so the tail's hanging off there, so I have to be careful with that. But the reason for there being no propeller on the front is revealed inside. It's got a little EDF unit. How strange is that? We've got googly eyes. Clearly that's where the battery goes up the front there. And the most bizarre thing, a tail rotor. The wing, as we can see, is completely plain. No control surfaces or anything. The white tape here is clearly double-sided, so that will peel off. And if there's any glue left, the wing will stick on top of that. Just to look there down the back of the EDF, clearly that will be a little brushed unit. But how bizarre! Now, I haven't seen anything using NiCads since probably 2000 or thereabouts. That gives us some age of the kit, model, whatever. The very limited instructions are faded. We can't see what's happening here. It's got labeler position. I guess there must have been some stickers at one point and they've been lost. So for flight control, basically throttle up and left and right on the stick there as normal. But how on earth is the tail rotor going to work? This is what we're going to investigate. I've gone ahead and glued the tailplane back on. As I'm going to be messing around with this in the future, I've just got a couple of rubber bands and made some hooks out of safety pins to put the wing on. The thing weighs 136 grams with the battery. Miraculously, the battery, when I measured it, was about 6 volts. Now that I've charged that up, it actually works. Prepare to be amazed. There is our rotational movement. Not feeling an awful lot of thrust there, but that is not really a surprise. EDFs need some air getting through them, so static thrust is not really... Oh, we can go in reverse. That'd be novel. Well, yes. What can I say? Anyway, it's also evident that the transmitter is not proportional. It's just on and off. So we have right and left, and full throttle and nothing. And reverse. I guess we better go and chuck it somewhere. One of the challenges of living in a desert is that there's no nice grassy areas. It's all pretty much like this. But we have to use what we have. So just a quick check. We have our left and right, our wing more or less level. That's all we've got. Having no elevator, it didn't want to climb there. Not not enough power. No wind to speak of at the moment to help it. Little breeze there. No, that's not going to happen. Tail's broken off, so that's game over for this outing. Now, of course, it's a nice breeze. Back then today for another attempt, and what I've decided was that the battery that was in there, although it was showing fully charged, I think the cell's internal resistance had gone too high. It wants to take off already. So I found a LiPo. Now that's going to be 8.4 volts rather than sort of nominally 7.2, but it doesn't seem to have fried the electrics so far, and it's providing much more thrust, as you can hear. Let's see how we get on. Well, at least it climbed. I didn't have time to try and make the turn. Well, the steering is certainly interesting. Oh dear, oh dear. How do I get into these things? Well, it did actually steer, kind of. Now, I guess the thing is, if you were steering with a rudder, then you'd have to compensate by opposite aileron, which we don't have. So, our wing has taken a bit of a ding, quite a lot of a ding actually. Fuselage is intact, but the rudder's come off. That's game over for today. And no sign of my elastic bands. Well, there we have it for the moment. What do you think, chaps? Is it worth continuing with, or should we leave it at that? Please leave your comments down below, and thanks for watching.